All right, what's good with the chat? So things got pretty heated last night between Astro and Hash, and I'm gonna do a voiceover over all the games that I recorded. So as you guys know, if you've been following some of my videos, you know how Astro and Hash are always going at each other. Astro calling Hash garbage, Hash calling Astro garbage, but them two have never got at it, right? So they actually get at it today or last night. But to for you to fully understand everything that was going on, I gotta show you the other footage that led up to this. So right now, this is me spectating Hash, and he's going up against this is actually him versus Astro. Let me talk about the gameplay. I got some more gameplay. That's why I said that. So I'm putting the pieces of the puzzles all together for you. All right. So Hash is working the ball. The screens are not landing, or at least he's not taking them. Goes in, gets the 2 points, gets 2 point dunks. Now remember, I said that Hash when I played with Hash like a while ago, or Twin like a while ago. I said that Hash Tatum bag is just like Baka's and Twin, but Hash is like combined the two together. So it's pretty difficult to be a big man for people like who got a bag like Hash, Baka, and Twin, just from the way that they play and the way that you have to set up their screens. I call it a forward facing screen. If you guys remember that video I did like a while back with Twin, and I had to figure out his bag. I was like, okay, he needs a specific screen, and it's actually one of the most difficult screens to set. So he gets blocked right there. They go up 6-2. Hash is trying to help out and everything. That's a shot. Astro caught slipping, 6-5. 1 minute and 46 left on the clock. I think he tried to do some transition defense, and Hash took full advantage of that. Okay, so working the ball, bailed out of it. Jick walking it down. Hits a Mallow, but Mallow's at the 3 point line, so he's going to bail out to Astro. Nice little screen. Yeet. Knocks down the three. 9-5. Okay, get the ball into Hash hands. Screens is way too far. Hash is not taking them anyway. Working the ball. At least he's trying to. Having a little bit of dribble issue. Passes it out. Trying to get the ball back into Hash hands. They finally do. Screens are there. Wide open. Yeet. Knocks it down. So the way that they place the screens, that's the type of screens you got to set for Hash, Baka, and Twin, and anybody who plays like that. It's just actually pretty difficult. 11-8. As you can see, the screens are not there. Does get one of them to land, but it's too cluttered up. Throws the alley oop. 11-10. 59 seconds left on the clock. Okay, Jig has the ball, walks it down. Lead is there. That shit gets dunk monster on. 13-10. Okay. Jig is there to switch over as Hash broke the ankles of Astro. Screens don't land. Whirlwind. Hash with the slide. Lead with the cut in. But Hash throws up a heavy contested shot for some reason. He had lead in the paint. Decided to take a shot. BTB crossovers. The help defense is there. Actually, it ain't. Astro gets through with the Euro step. Okay, to Hash. Jig is there. Screens are there. Throws up another heavy shot. Astro throws up a. It was actually pretty wide. I thought that was going to be contested. Guess not. 17-10. Hash working the ball. Beat is trying to get the screens for him. Hash cutting in. Leap takes the shot as Astro's trolling in the background. 17-12. This one is pretty much over with. But what I want y'all to pay attention to is that because I always say you got to learn your shooter. Pay attention to Hash bag, and then you'll kind of understand how he plays different from the other Tatums. And if you ever play with Baco, if you ever play with Twin, you'll also see the similarities in his bag with those, even though all three of them do certain things differently. It's like some may do this one thing better than the other, so far and so forth, whatever, whatever. But this is the next game, and this is Has versus Penosaurus in AR hoops and AR handles. Um, Yeah, so this goes into everything that's leading up. So you just gotta follow the follow what I'm laying out for you. So Hash is on Leonard right now. Hoops has Tatum, and Service has Curry, and then Handles in the building with the NB. Elite is on AD, and then we got Stretch. Stretch is on Jokic. Service knocks down a three. I tried to get the camera over there in time, but I couldn't. Okay, so Hash is working it, gets stuffed up. Elite's working the ball. There's Hash, moderate. They get the rebound. Penosaurus kicks it out to Hoops. Back to Handles. Puts up a three. Actually, puts up a two, knocks it down. 2-5. Screens is there. Hash working the ball. Screens right there. Then you see it. It's a forward facing screen, and that's the screen that Hash needs. It's actually pretty fucking annoying. But when you know that he need it, then you can try to set it, but it is just not an easy screen to set. I mean, it can be easy, right? But it's one of the more difficult screens to set out of all the screens that you can set. Okay, Petasaurus works his way through, handles, gets the ball stolen from Hash with the litter. The screen is there. It actually lands, but it's just, yeah, it's just Hash. Okay, working the ball, alley oop, it lands. 2-7. This particular game actually gets cut off as well. So you're gonna see it get cut off towards the end. That's because I got a phone call. But I'll continue to talk about it. Hash has the ball, the screens are there, kicks out, wide open. Doesn't go. Handles. Penosaurus. That's a three. Yeet. Doesn't go. So both shooters missed the wide open shot. Pass it all the way to Stretch. Stretch missed on his maxed out Jokic. Takes an open three. Yeet. Gonna knock that one down. 2-10. This is where it cuts off. But the game is pretty much over, right? 2-10. Pensacola wins. It was pretty bad, but they run it back. Same lineup. Leonard, AD, Jokic. Um, Actually, they swapped out Tatum. This time Hoops has Antetokounmpo. All right, Pensacola's working the ball. Hash on the defense. Gets his ankle broken. Stress picks up on the help defense. Kicks it back to Pensacola. Pensacola lightly contested. Doesn't get it to go. Gets blocked by Stretch. I just thought about it. He blocked that shit with Jokic. All right, so Hash puts up a nice two right there. Pensacola gets it with the Tatum slide. Knocks it down. Hash. The screens are there. Screen right there. Hash kind of stumbled on the dribble and did just fully take it. Tried to set the screen. Screen doesn't go. He comes through the paint. 5 seconds on the clock. Knocks it down. 4-3. Penosaurus working the ball. Screens. Gets in the land, but passes out. Help defense was there. Walks it down. Slams it in. 4-5. 1 minute and 51 seconds left on the clock. Hash. Screens. Wide open. Yeet. 6-5. 1 minute and 46 seconds left on the clock. Penosaurus almost pulled off a move. Help defense was there. Oops, Penosaurus. Working the ball, double taped. Gets a steal. Hash is gonna put it up, maybe? Nope, actually. Works the ball. They're coming for the screens. Gets it to go, lightly contested. 8-5. 1 minute and 25 on the clock. Penosaurus. Screens are coming. Help defense is there to Hoops. Puts up a wide open three, but it doesn't go. Hash. Pump fake and drive. Working the ball. Pass it out. Back to Hash. Hash takes it lightly contested. Doesn't go. Back to Hash. Open for three. Yeet. Gonna knock that one down. think that was a three. May have been a two. 10-5. 58 seconds left on the clock. Minosaurus stuffed up, throws up a heavy contested. I think he tried to sidestep their skill issue. They get the rebound. Hash is working it. Coming through the paint. Gets the slam. 12-5. 48 seconds left on the clock. So he's doing pretty good this game. He got blew out the last game. He's doing pretty good this game. Handles. Takes the shot. Yeet. 12-7. 40 seconds left on the clock. Hash screens it there. He doesn't take him. Goes around him. Screens are coming back. Wide open shot. Knocks it down. 15-7. Okay, handles. Just throws up a shot. I think they have given up at this point. Hash. Pump fake and drive. Screens are there. Alley oop is there. Coming back for the screen. They get it to land. More screens. They get it to land. Wide open shot. 17-7. 13 seconds left on the clock. Up by 10. It's pretty much over with. They're just throwing up shots now. So yeah, he did pretty good this game, but got some more games to come, and you'll see where this is going. Heavily contested. 17-7. Hash the MVP on Leonard. Gets 17 points, one steal, 3 points. So you see he scored all the points there, 73%. So he did pretty good that game after the blowout in the last game. Was able to bring it back. So now we got another matchup. This is the third matchup. They went back to AR, went back to double shooters. Hoops has Tatum again. And Penisaurus is still on the Curry with handles on the Embiid. Leet, um, Leet stretch and has still running the same thing. Okay, down by two. Screen doesn't land. Call for the alley oop. Doesn't go. Doesn't take it. Hoops working the ball. Coming through. Picked up by Lead. Open shot from Penisaurus. Yeet. Doesn't go. But the putback dunk from Handles ties the ball game up. 2-2. Hash. Screens are there. Knocks it down. 4-2. Screens are there, but he went the opposite direction of him. Penisaurus. BTB crossover. It's going to be difficult to break the legs of Leonard. So he has a pretty good 1v1 matchup as handles. Shows off a little bit there. 4-4. 2 minutes and 23 on the clock. Hash working the ball. Leet was not moving at the time. Gets blocked. Not sure why he took that shot. That's one block, but he gets the diving recovery. Comes through again. I thought he was going to try to dunk it again. I was like, good disrespect. Hash. Stretch tried to set the screen. Still holding it for him. Coming through. Passes to Leet. Leet should have stayed in the corner. That would have been open too. But anyway, got it back to Hash. He was wide open. They missed the shot. Back to Hash. They get the rebound. Screens it there. Hash coming through the paint. Gets blocked again. He said, stop disrespecting him. That's the second time he tried that, man. Hoops. Working the ball. Open. Doesn't take the shot. Gets it to Penisaurus for a three. Yeet's going to knock that one down. 4-7. Good ball movement. 1 minute and 47 seconds left on the clock. Pass it to Hash, but Hash is on the cut in, so the screens are not there. Asking for the alley oop. Didn't go. Wide open shot. Misses again. Hoops. Working the ball. To Penisaurus. 1v1. Hash stuffs him up. Hash spamming the steal button. Good defense. Hoops is over for some reason. He's gonna knock that. Oh, doesn't knock it down actually, but handles get the rebound. Penisaurus Hash 1v1 coming for the screen. Actually, he passes the handle. Why is handles wide open? Now that leaves Kirby wide open. Yeet. Don't know what's going on the defensive side of things. 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the clock. Hash telling them to watch their man. Step back. Trying to set the screens, but he's still going the opposite direction of them. Screens are there. Cluttered up. Back to Hash. Working the ball. Screen right there. Takes the shot. Yeet. 6-8. So you see them doing a lot trying to set these screens for him. Like I say, it's very it's not the easiest screen to set. If you haven't played with Hash, if you haven't played with Baka, if you haven't played with Twin as their big man, then you may not understand what it's like to try to set these screens. And Stress get a nice screen right there, knocks it down. 9-9 to tie up the game. So if you haven't set these specific screens, you might not know how difficult it is. But trust me, it is very difficult. or not very difficult. It's one of the more difficult ones to set. You can set them though. You just gotta know that you gotta set them that specific way. BTB crossovers not going. 2 on the clock. Why is he open? Yeet knocks it down. 9-12. Watch your man from Hash. He said it again. It's the second time. Hoops been left open for three. Hash coming through. Hash screens it there. Okay, you got AD open. Just gotta take it. Leaked for three. Yeet knocks it down. 12-12. When your shooters getting double teamed, somebody just gotta go out wide for the three. AD can hit a three from time to time. He put it in his hands. He either hits or miss. This time, Lee came up big and he hit. 12-12. We go into overtime. Rebound goes to RK. Hash open for two. Step back. Yeet knocks it down. They have the lead. This is a pretty good ball game. 53 seconds left on the clock in overtime. Pentasaurus, skill issue. Handles. Pentasaurus, lightly contested. Not sure what happened on the defensive team right there. 14-14 as they tied up. Lead to Hash. Hash screens it there. Gets around it. Hit screen right there. It stretches open. Gets it to go. It was a little bit of an issue right there, but he got lucky and was still open. 16-14 on the clock. I'm sorry, 16-14 to score. Hoops wide open yet again. Knocks down the three. That's the third time. The defense has had some issues. Hash to stretch to Leet. Leet coming through. Gonna pass it to Hash. Hash working, at least coming for the screen. He's holding it for Hash, but Hash is not taking it. Throws up a wide open shot and it misses. But Lee comes up with a big rebound. They needed that one. Has screens in there. They're coming for the screens. Screens land. Alley oop. Doesn't take the alley. Throws a lightly contested. Knocks it down. 18-17. 13 minutes left on the clock. Comes up big with a move right there. Up by one in overtime. 13 on the clock. What's Penisaurus going to do for his team? Or will Hoops be left wide open again? There's no way he gets left wide open again. Penisaurus has 1v1. Handles working the ball. Oh, strength abuse. Slam. 3 seconds left on the clock. 18-9. What would Hash do? Screens are there. Doesn't take the screens. Gets stuffed up, and that's ball game. That was an anticlimactic ending for him to get stuffed up in the last 3 seconds of the overtime game. I was, I was, I was actually disappointed that he got stuffed up like that in the last 3 seconds of an overtime game because it was going back and forth. It was a pretty good game, and then it's his bag. It's his bag, man. I promise you, it reminds me of Baca so much when he does shit like that. And Baca used to get on my nerves when he did shit like that. So I'm like, Hash, bro, you annoying me when you do shit like that. But you just gotta work with it. So here's the next face off between Hash and Astro. So wide open shot, 2-0. So what you have to realize is that basically Hash has been on a loser streak, right? He won that one game versus Pentasaurus where he went off for 17 point, but Astro gave him an L. Pentasaurus gave him an L. He got to win. Pentasaurus gave him another L. Now he's coming back with this game right here. Let's see how it play out 2-2. But basically he's been on a loser streak, right? All right, so Hash working the ball, Leet setting the screens. Hash goes the opposite direction of the screens, passes to Leet. Leet working the ball, stuffed up. There's two people in the paint. Hash open, working the ball. Screens are there, still holding them. Bails out of the shot to Leet. Hash throws up a shot. It's wide open. 4-2. How's it wide? I don't know. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Astro working the ball. Screens are there. Bails out of the shot. Vic walking it down. Strength abuse. 4-4. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. Hash, pump fake and drive. Haven't seen that one. Heavily contested. Astro, chick coming for the screens. Heavily contested. Didn't give him time to set the screen. Hash, screens are there, but it's in the opposite direction. Hash throws up the drifting shot. It's wide open. 1 minute and 52 seconds left on the clock. 6-4. Pass to Jick. That's going to go in. 6-6. Caught him on the cut. Hash, Astro, screens are there. Help defense is there as well. Pass it to Stretch. Stretch throws up a moderate for some reason. Bad shot, but he gets the rebound. Hash. Lead is trying to set the screens, but Hash is moving around. Pump fake. Running out of time. Three. Moderate. Knocks it down. 9-6. 1 minute and 30 left on the clock. Jake has the ball. Passes to Astro. Sets the screen. Actually, does not. Trying to set the screen. Passes to Mallow. Jake dishes it out to Hash. The screen did not land, but he's still wide open. Knocks it down. 9-9. Stretch to Hash. Double screens in there. He's open. Jake picks up. Wide open. Yeet knocks it down. 11-9. 1 minute and 1-1 on the clock. Astro. Ooh, gets the ankle break on Leonard. But there's the free alley oop. 11-11. Tie ball game. We got ourselves a back and forth ball game. All right. Hash has the ball. Screens it there. Goes wide past the screens. Stretch. Throws up the shot. Knocks it down. 13-11. Got ourselves a good offensive game. Jick walking it down. Gets blocked. Astro. They did get the recovery though. Wide open shot somehow. How's it open? I don't know. 13-14. Takes the lead to Hash. The Hash is cut in. Screens. Jick picks up with the moderate. They get the rebound. Chick to Astro. Astro screens it there as well. Astro coming through, passes to Mallow. Mallow back to Astro. Working the ball, screens it there. They don't land. They get around them. Alley oop throws it, gets it to go. 13-16. 33 seconds left on the clock. You don't need a three, but you do need to score in an appropriate time frame. To Hash, screens are there. The dribbles are there. Gets blocked. Gets the recovery. Running out of time. Now they need a three. Leet. Stretch, lead, trying to get the ball in the hands of Hash. Hash has it now. Astro screens it there, but they don't land. Lead is spreading out. Running out of time. Back to Hash. Screens it there. Jumps into the moderate or to the block, but they get the rebound. Three on the clock. 2-1. Heavy contested, and that's how the game ends. 13-16. Again, another close one for Hash. Just could not come through in the last few seconds of the game. Jick with the MVP. 10 points, one block, one rebound. Hash putting up 11 points on the Leonard, though. Pretty good job. Astro put up six. Okay. So I think this is around the time where they talking shit in chat, and I'm like, I get involved as well. So this is where I get involved. Astro been screaming Hash name ever since the first game in chat. Even like Hash ever since the first L. Astro has been in global chat screaming. Okay, so this is what I type. I'm like, Jig be having too many points. He really does. Like when you be watching him and Astro run, that motherfucker be having like double digits. So I'm talking my shit. There's this thing in Discord where Ninja MP5 hers whatever you know him as. Again, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. He be like nigga like me, and then he insert whatever statement that he does, right? But he always starts off with nigga like me. So I picked that up. I was like, nigga like me was zero him. But I'm just talking my shit. There's no way for me to actually zero Chick. Not on the max out, that's the Kupo. But he does be having too many points. So then that Chick like pull up. He was like replace stretch. So I'm like shit, hashtag me, and Astro still screaming hashtag. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, Hash is still online. So I'm like, all right. All you gotta do is invite me. So I tell him I got one game in me. That's because I've been recording for like an hour. I got more footage to come. I actually moved the footage around so that I can do you a voiceover like this and just give you the play by play specifically of the Hash versus Astro situation. Part two, I'm gonna show you the 1v1 because they're gonna have a 1v1, and I'm gonna show you the footage that I had previous to that when I was actually recording today. But I just wanted to make this particular portion on how this whole Hash and Astro thing played out. Because, like I said, if you've been following my channel, you know that Astro and Hash are always going at each other. Best Tatum, best Booker, shooter versus shooter. It's a shooter versus shooter, guard versus guard type of beef between these two. So now I'm like, come on, Hash. 'Cause I told him I got one. At this point, I'm almost positive that this is the point where I've been recording for like 50 minutes. So I'm like, look, I got one game, and whoever wins wins, whoever lose. But I'm getting the fuck off. So I'm talking my shit. I'm finna whoop chick, queue up. Then me do Hash. Keep spamming with Joel. I don't think that's for me. That's for somebody else. That works, and it fits his name better. So Astro talking this shit. So I'm like Tatum versus Booker, because Astro be in the comment section like he the best Booker in the game, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get some footage of your Booker, but he never really be playing Booker when I'm recording. He plays him like one game out of like seven when I'm recording because he be on this Tatum. Okay, so I think I asked about the Tatum versus Booker, and then I'm like Embiid, because no Jig said he gonna put I'd be like big Embiid, R6 R7 big Embiid, so I'm like big Draymond, but the he was like he gonna put my big Embiid in place. So I'm trolling with the Draymond, right? I'm trolling. I'm not gonna really pick Draymond. All right, so we match up here, but somebody doesn't queue. So I'm thinking they done ducked us, right? But I'm not sure. Maybe we had matched up with somebody else, and then lucky that they didn't queue up. But this is actually the match right here. So I scroll over, get my Draymond, but just trolling. So we got AD. They got onto the Kubo. So that's Jig on his onto the Kubo. And then I go back here. Hash pictures Tatum. I'm trying to click on Embiid. I'm like, yo, what the like I'm like, what the fuck is my Embiid? These motherfuckers took my Embiid. I'm like, bro, that was not the deal. So I picked Gobert because I need somebody that can block, right? Because I was not finna pick Draymond into Embiid. That shit is suicide. Like Draymond could do a lot, but you're not finna put him up against Big Embiid. So I'm like, okay, they gonna hold me like that. Malo gonna take my Embiid when we literally in a chat talking about me using Embiid. I'm like, okay, let's see how it is. Set me up, but I get the tip off. Ash trying to set that screen that he needs, but you see how he just like cuts in. I'm like, bro, that shit is so fucking annoying. Be pissing me off. I get the screen right there, but he bails out the shot. Give it back to him. He's working it. I just spread out because I'm like, his bag is gonna get to the rim, and he does. Sometimes you just got to get the fuck out of the way of his bag, that from the way that he plays. So I just get the fuck out the way. He gets to two. Jick gets to two as well. I tried to do some help defense there, but I think Leak thought I was trying to pick up, but he says my bad. So I think we got it from this point on. Hash knocks down to three, 5-2, because they tried to do some transition defense as well. So both sides on defense messed up at the start of the game. Jake gets the alley oop. So far he got four fucking points. I'm like, this motherfucker. Astro throwing them alleys to him. I set the screen. I'm just like, I just stopped moving, bro. I'm like, you don't see my motherfucking screen right there. So then he cuts. I cut in because the help defense is there. I go ahead and spread out. He eat, knocks it down 8-4. 2 minutes and 16 on the clock. Chick, I pick up on him. I messed up right there. That's completely on me as he gets 2 points right there. So he got 2 points on me. I fucked up right there. I knew I fucked up too. He went to the direction of leap, but the screen did not land. I'm right here. I'm looking for him. I'm watching him work. I'm coming for his screen. They space out. He just so you just gotta get the fuck out of Hashway sometimes. He throws up a moderate. Jit comes through. I got a little bit of help defense right there. I pick back up on Mallow. Astro. I pick up on Astro. Help defense. I jump because I was ready for the block. I jump again, ready for the block. Jit. I got the help defense. I try to get the steal. Back to Mallow. I'm picking up right here as well. Get the block. So I'm doing a lot of help defense right here. I'm trying to help defense everywhere. Get the possession change right there, 8-6. Even though he did get it to go off, it just didn't go off with enough time on the clock. I passed the hash. Hash goes left. I just spread the fuck out. Lee tries to set the screen for him, and it doesn't go. I'm spread out. Throws the alley. Okay. So now I'm looking for hash. I'm like, I got your screen right there. And I'm just like, I'm like, bro. And at this point, I'm actually starting to get pissed, bro, because I'm like, you don't see my motherfucking screens, bro. He go to the right side. There's a screen for right there. Yeet's gonna knock it. Oh, actually, he missed it. So he got hold right there. NBA Infinite type shit. Astro wide open. Bad defense by Hash. 8-9. 1 minute and 4 seconds on the clock. I stumble. I'm staggering. Waiting for him to take the screen. He's like not even dribbling. Throws the alley oop. It doesn't go. I'm coming back for him. I'm watching him work. So I'm like, I'm trying to set your screen if you're trying to take it. But right there, he goes to the hoop. I just get out his way. That's his bag. He goes to the hoop. He gets blocked sometimes. Sometimes he dunk. It's that blocker type shit. Astro working the ball. Mallow passes it out. Chick walking it down. I come for the help defense. I leave Mallow wide open. That's on me. I try to get back there. 8-11. We spread out. He's working the ball. Throws up a shot. It's moderate. We don't get the rebound, and that's ball game. 8-11. They're gonna run out the clock. Whole ass. 15 seconds left on the clock, and they're gonna hold for game. But so this is pretty much how it's been played out. Since just like game one, it's been back and forth in the global chat, and has just been taking L's left and right. Lost to Astro the first game, lost to Pentasaurus, lost to Pentasaurus again, lost to Astro again. So then after this, we go to the global chat. Actually, they went to Discord. Things popped off at Discord, but now that you understand how everything went down, let's get to part two where they face off.